I want to show you how we can basically insert some data into this particular table that we created inside of Code Kinder right in here. So if you haven't actually watched the first part and then the second part where we created this database and then also created a table, you should go to maybe the comment section or the description if you are actually on YouTube to get the link to watching the first and the second part of the video. So what I want to do now is just basically look for a way where I can type some code that will enable me be able to add something to this table right in here. So as you can see, we do have the table and then we'll have the columns in here. This is coder ID. This is the first name, last name. We have proglang, which is the programming language and the programming level right in here. And then we do have the created at. Now, we want to focus on from here, meaning from the first name, last name, the proglang and that of the prog level. The reason I want to do that is because we've set these to work in such a way that it automatically inserts, and even this one also automatically inserts. So if you go to the structure right in here and you take a look at that, you see that this is going to automatically increase. If you take a look at the extra here, and this one is set to also automatically insert. Now what I want to do is going to be very simple. Let's go to the SQL shell in here, and I want to write some lines of code that's going to just basically kind of allow us insert some data. So what I want to do, I'm going to just do insert into, and I want to mention the table name, which we kind of call the coders. And if we have that right in here, we want to first of all specify the columns for this. Now what I want to do is, let me just separate this a little bit so that it will kind of be a little bit more readable. Now the first thing I want to work on now is going to be the first name, which I'm going to just say first underscore name, and we need to introduce a comma. And the next one is actually going to be the last name, introduce a comma, and then after that we have the lang, what is it called, the proglang. So this is going to be proglang for the programming language, and we'll have another one which is just called the prog level. So we're going to just do LVL right in here. And now the last one, I think that should just basically be the last one because we set the date to kind of insert automatically. So we wouldn't need the last comma that I just kind of added before now. So we're just basically going to look for a way to create the values for this, all right? Now, these are the columns that we just saw on the database, on the table. Now, the next thing we want to do is to look for a way to go ahead and then match the values with these columns right in here. And if you want to do that, you just want to start that with values, and we can just basically do that. Let me also separate these so that it can be a little bit more readable. Now we need the first name, right? So what's going to be the first name in here? I would like to put that in quotes. You can use either single quotes or double quotes in here. So let's say that the first person or the first name is actually going to be Eze. We're going to introduce a comma. Now what's going to be the last name? Let's tap this a little bit over. What's going to be the last name for this person? Let's say it's going to be something like John. So let's do John right in here. Now, if we do that, the next one is actually going to be the programming language, which is proglang right in here. And if you want to do that, you just basically want to say, let's say that the person is actually offering something like Python. So I'm going to do Python. And the last person or the last stuff right in there is going to be the prog level. So let's just do prog. And sorry about that. I was supposed to maybe say something like intermediate. That's the programming level that the person is in. So we can close the what is it called, the quotes right in here. Now this is going to be for the programming level right in here. So we wouldn't actually need to add a comma right in here. All right. So we can just basically have it just like this. And this is just how we are able to insert just a single data in here. Now when this get inserted, the what is it called, the coder ID is going to come in automatically, followed by the what is it called, the date that this kind of a registration kind of a succeed. All right. Now finally we want to introduce a terminating character, which is a semicolon right in here. Now this is what it is. If I hit on go, and if everything works just fine, you see that that data was inserted. Now we can go to the browse and we'll see that the first person is already in. Look at, is a John, Python intermediate, that's his level. All right, so that's just basically how we can use our SQL to be able to insert data. All right, the same code you saw right here is what people who are actually inserting data through PHP, Python, and every other language I just basically gonna type. Now this is how to like insert a single row into the database. Now let's learn how we can insert maybe more than one at a time. So if we go to the SQL shelf right in here, and I want to say insert into the table called coders, and want to go ahead and do this right in here. So what we want to do is to still do the same thing by spelling out the colons. And if you want to do that, it's really very simple. Let me just still separate these so that it will look a little bit more readable. So I'm going to just do first name, a comma, and I'm going to just do last name, introduce a comma, and the next one is actually going to be the prog lang, comma, and this is going to be the prog level. Now we have that in there. So the next thing I want to do is to work on the values down here. So I'm going to just do values, and let's just basically try to, let's terminate this just right in there. And then I want to tap this a little bit over. Now it's time to insert the data, talking about the first name, last name, prog lang, and the prog level. Now let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to just introduce my brackets, my quotes in here. And let's say the first name of the first person I want to bring in is actually going to be Code Kinder. And what's going to be his last name? We can just say something like David. I just basically want to put this on the same line, guys. So let's do it this way. This is going to be like this. And let's say that the programming language he kind of offers, let's introduce a comma, is Java. So I'm going to just do Java right in here. All right. So after we do that, we can talk about his level right in here. So to do that, we can just say maybe he's a beginner, and that should just basically be able to do it on that first line. Now, what you want to do in a case like this is I think I'm making a little bit kind of a mistake in here. So I think let me just tap this a little bit over like this. So I want to put this on the same line anyway. So assuming that this is just basically going to be the first item that we kind of entered. So I should separate this with a comma like this. And then I want to copy this the way that it is right in here. And what I basically want to do is to just paste it on the next line. And we can modify the items in here. Let's say that the first name of the next person is actually going to be Kano. And we can just say James for his last name. And let's say he's into PHP and he's actually an advanced programmer in that particular language there. All right. So let's say this is we just basically want to introduce only these two persons, so inside these two persons at a time. If you want to maybe add up to 10, you can introduce a comma here. Make sure you have the next line, and I'm going to just do something real quick in here. And let's say XYZ, and this is going to be, let's say, JavaScript, and he's intermediate. All right. So the last item right in here is not going to have this comma right in here. Rather, what it should have is this terminating character. So you see that I'm going to about insert like 3 items in here. So every single entry will have to have a comma, separating that with the next one. But the last one shouldn't actually kind of have a comma. Rather, what it should have is a terminating character. All right. So let's change this one to XSJ or XSY right in there. All right, so let's go ahead and then hit on go. So if everything works just fine, see, we don't have any errors. And if we take a look at the browse right in here, you see that we do have those 3 persons kind of inserted. So this is Code Kinder Dave and Java beginner, and this is Kano James PHP advanced, and this is XY, and this is XYZ JavaScript, and his intermediate. So this is just basically how we can insert entries into the table that we have just created, and then we can insert a single person in, and then we can insert multiple persons. And if you see the numbering right in here, you see that this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and it's auto incrementing right in there. So they created that right in here. The date takes care of itself automatically. Right, so the moment the data kind of comes in, it records that particular data following the system that you're just basically using it. So it a kind of a copies. So it a kind of a copies the date and then time on your system, and then it sort that just correctly. So that's just how it is, guys. And I hope you kind of like the video. And if you did like that, just feel free to give the video the thumbs up. And I think I will see you guys in the next one. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a question in the comment section and I will respond to them. Thanks for watching.